Hello and welcome to my channel. It's me, Ira, Meditative Scrapbooking, and I would like to show you today my new Botanical Boho Botanical Jumbo Junk journal, which I decided to call after the advice of one of my friends, gorgeous red Clover. And red clover is the image of this journal, and I'm not gonna waste too much time today, your time, so I'm gonna be very short and sweet. And this is the front cover. Yeah, it's big. I will tell you the name. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather today, so not the name but the size. It's 23 centimeters to 16. The spine is really huge this time. It's 11 centimeters, something like that. It's my ordinary type, my favorite one. Different fabrics, threads, and the image of red clover. Soft cover because there is some hard insert and some soft part over it, and this is the back part, and this is what it looks like this way and this way. Again, hidden spine, double spine as I call it, like this one, you can see it, I'm sorry, and no, this one, yeah. So you can actually, it's a safe place to keep something here. Okay, let's see. Some ribbons. So this is the first part, the first page, and I made it using the paper collection, which is already out of stock and out of manufacturing, so it's no longer produced manufactured as far as I know. So I have been keeping it for a long time because I really love the color scheme, but now I decided it's my time to start using it. So this is the notepad, a little bit of it to take notes. And generally, there are a lot of places where you can take your notes. And this is the piece where you can insert the tags, memorabilia, and photos. In fact, there are many places like this, pieces like this, tag spots, but it's not necessary to put pictures there. You can just write a note and insert it there as well. So this is one more page. Decorated with die cuts, which I made using die cutting machine, a little paper clip and buttons, and these are the fussy cut images that I stamped on patterned paper and then fussy cut. So this is a little bit of an insert, pocket, and some collage, a lot of stamping. This is green office paper that I coffee dyed and then stamped with different types of stamps and colors. This is Tim Holt's beautiful patterned vellum collection piece, which matches the general idea. And yes, you can see the coating of pink acrylic paint, which I used instead of gesso, just to give the shabby look or grungy look, and to match the color scheme of this journal. Some stamping, some more patterned paper, scrapbook paper, coffee dyed as well. A lot of stamping, in fact. Just that. This is the pressed plant, which I glued and collaged and used some stamping and sprays to create the general pattern. And handmade paper, natural homemade paper, a piece of felt, and a collage in general. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, one of the many shakers that you will face here, that you will see here in this journal, because this one is collage of different leaves, and these are a little bit of seeds right here. And it's a page from an old botanical Russian book. It's tracing paper, maybe it's called it, yeah, tracing paper, stamping, stamping, and stamping again. Almost everything is stamped, and this is one of the first very, I would say, my favorite pieces, which take, these pieces usually take a little bit of time, I would say, and a little bit of effort, but the result to my mind is great. I would show it closer. It's the plant which is affixed to the plastic to create a special like crackle effect, and I like this style very much, and I'm going to make a tutorial on creating dividers like this for my Etsy. And one more collage with vellum. This is tissue paper, matching the style and the color, and just a little bit of cheesecloth and some. I like textures, that's why I use all the possible textures in my journals. These pages can be used for writing, for taking notes, or if you don't care for writing in your journals, you can easily glue or put here your pressed flowers if you're also a fan of them, but they should be absolutely dry, because you know, as for acrylic paint, nothing would happen to it, but as for the stamping, it's done with distress inks, and distress inks might be water soluble and a little bit afraid of any liquid, so try not to put any glue visible on them. This is one more vellum kind of pocket with this old botanical Russian book card and a little bit of stamping on top. Okay, this is a frame, can be used for pictures, photos, tags, or also collages with dried plants. One more, like just piece of patterned scrapbook paper from the collection, and one more. Okay, collage. You can see the 2 pages and the bookmarks, which are very, very grungy and absolutely not neat, so I don't care for neat here. I actually sometimes create very neat, like clean and simple, but not too often, and actually they are not too popular, you know. People prefer irregularity these days, as far as I think. Okay, so this is a collage with die cuts, die cuts using the die cutting machine, and fussy cut images that I told you before. And this is a little bit of fabric and a tiny beautiful bug and a wooden chip or topper here. Okay, this is rubber band, right? Used for pocket. It's a small paper. It's called safety pin, right? And this is a shaker. It's one more seed shaker. Oh, sorry. It's a seed shaker that actually can be shaken. I just don't want to get out of the focus of the camera, but you can see pressed plant and different seeds here, and you can shake them if you want. And the other part is for for pockets where you can put some tags. One more with skeleted leaf and craft envelope that you also can use for memorabilia. Tea bags, old books, pages, and my favorite. Actually, this is, as far as I see, is a Clover. Definitely it's not this ordinary style of Clover that we have here in Belarus in our meadows, but it's also quite widespread. It's just some kind of clover as well. This is the clay, natural clay handmade topper. I made it myself using the real leaves to make these pressed images. This is just one more collage. You can use it for writing, for just anything. Small plants and stamping and natural handmade paper with the leaves with the petals of rose and peonies, white peony from my garden. Okay, one more frame. It's like a circle frame. It's made of, you see, 2 different pages sewn and glued together, and then you just insert some image to see. Okay, this is Botanical magazine for country life and homemade food and so on, just like that. Okay, and my favorite cotton pocket that I now keep making keep doing in all my journals, and these are as well some die cut leaves and 2 tags with pressed flowers. As far as I remember, I'm trying not to be too clumsy. Okay, as far as I remember, this is one of the Clover kinds that we have here in Belarus. A small green pencil that you can use to take your notes, or when you're done with this pencil, you can insert here absolutely any pen or pencil, because it's actually, you see, there is an eyelet, and it's a piece of string that you can use to keep anything. And yes, cards or pictures can be put here, or tags, or whatever memorabilia you have. Same here, it's a frame. The frame that is actually, it looks like this, but you can, if you want, you can put something here like this. It's up to you actually. One more, it's a flip pocket made of an envelope like this. This is, by the way, fussy cut and stamped on vellum, green vellum. I have some beautiful sheets of that vellum, a tag, and another spot for memorabilia or pictures and notes, photos. This is the embossed piece of very heavyweight paper, not paper, some kind of cardstock, which is used for pastel drawing, pastel paper. And you can see some stenciling here. I did some stenciling and stamping as well. It's just a beautiful piece of paper matching the style and the color. The main color is green steel, stenciling. And one of my favorite collages, it's a wreath, and it's a seed shaker, and a lot of fussy cut images, which I made using the paper from this collection. So to my mind, I like it very much actually. Okay, and this is one more topper made on plastic. with a tiny plant, and as well I'm gonna make a tutorial for my Etsy shop as well for toppers like this, because I use them quite often, and some people wonder how they can be made. So again, pink paint with stenciling and stamping. This is Tim Holtz Craft Glassine, embossed with a Botanical pattern embossing folder in a die cutting machine, and it feels like real glassine, or even skin, not skin, but leather, right? But it's nice. I like it. The second side of that, you see, just small tiny flowers. And here is, by the way, the Clover, right? Okay, some poppies, and another piece, another page from Russian Botanical, old Botanical book about medicinal plants, as far as I remember. And 2 more tags with pressed flowers. Again, you see that the back sides are not decorated and embellished, and they can be used for writing or for gluing anything on them. And oh, this is a tiny composition that I have around the envelope and in the envelope. This one says Perfect Imperfections, and as you, maybe someone of you remembers that this is a motto, kind of motto of my Zen scrapbooking. One more shaker, which is made of plastic, of a plastic pocket or something like that, a document cover with a natural pressed plant and sequins and seeds. Looks gorgeous to my mind. Okay, another tiny pocket with the flower that you can just color if you want, if you want. And okay, and this is one more beauty. Okay, this is a bottle, tiny, it's not a bottle, I just don't remember what we call them, but in fact there are some seeds there, and a tiny dried flower of the lily of the valley, some beads, wooden beads, and another pocket. This is flax that I grow in my garden, and this is actually, I don't remember, but it's something really widespread all over the world. Okay, and some collage with chipboard, and another flip that we can open, another piece of Tim Holtz collection, and a page. You can insert something here as well, something like this. And let's open that. Or you can take a note here, place for journaling, or as well you can put 2 pictures here and there on the second side. Some pages to write on, and an image from an old botanical Russian book, an image of red clover, you see. Okay. And that's not all, because we also have a place for tags or anything else that you can glue here. And I close that like this, using this die cut and this paper clip. Okay, that's that. One more belly belt, wooden topper, and some corners where you can insert the pictures or notes, and a tag, definitely a tag. And you can see the beautiful paper itself, which is really very botanical. In fact, I have a huge collection of botanical stamps, botanical dies, stencils, as you see, and botanical paper as well. And I don't know, it's like my passion. Wow, this tiny beauty is another pocket made of, this is, by the way, the dye of Clover as well. And this is it, a small jar with beautiful flower, which actually looks very much like tiny clover, and but it isn't, and some seeds, and one more tag. Actually, this is a pocket page, and you can put something here if you want to. Stamping, and one more. I wouldn't call it, it's like a composition. It's like a small window, tiny plastic window with a pressed flower. I know it's quite popular now, and I have been thinking of making that for like more than a year, and then I decided, okay, it's time to use up all my plastic supplies. And now actually I've run out of plastic, and I have only some compositions and embellishments made of plastic, and that's that. So one more tag. It's made with thyme we have here in Belarus. Okay, and it's a pocket from one of the dies that I use for my botanical images. One more pocket page, and one more shaker with seeds and flowers. And this is a picture handmade on hand-drawn, painted by my daughter. Again, I asked her to draw some images for me as well. And it's a page where you can write something, you can glue something here, and we have a tiny thing to close and keep that all. Some more pages. It's, you see, the reviews flip through is quite long because there are a lot of things here. It's probably the most time taking and ideas taking journal I have ever made, and I enjoyed it absolutely, and I still enjoy the color scheme and everything. And this is the last page with one more composition, and as well I didn't make any corners for pictures or anything like that here, but I added a paper clip where you can just put something and keep it here, because I generally like the images of the paper and I wouldn't like to cover them. So if you want, you can do it easily. And this is the last one. This is one more paper pad, notepad that you can use for taking notes. It's a little bit embellished, not so heavily as the rest of the book, and as well because I didn't want to cover this beautiful image. I just like the patterns of this paper very much because they are really very botanical. That's why I used black ink all the time in order to match the style. And you know, this time I decided not to cover the inner side of the stitching, because it's just the way it's supposed to be. Shabby, not shabby, but grungy, huge. I guess it weighs more than a kilo. I'm afraid to even guess how much it will cost to post, but still I like it and I love it as much as I do love all of my creations. And I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for taking you so long, but I wanted to share all the ideas here. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.